Your work in this regard is very impressive because you took great personal risk. And of course,
risk, no fun. Yeah, if you want to change the world, you have to take a risk.
yeah.
For nothing, nobody will pay. You know, so, and I think all the good things had his victims. If you want to change, you get immediately a victim. Some people will trade you, will beat you, and exactly what happens. But if you're strong enough, it stops sometimes.
Germany, of all the European countries, is the single country that's done the most soul-searching about anti-Semitism and teaching about and fighting anti-Semitism in the new generations. Is that true?
Yeah, of course. But the problem is that people, especially my generation, didn't learn out of it. Now it grows again. So, and I think to make a research and to educate, it's two pair of shoes. To write a book and nobody read it, you made your research, or you researched it and all crimes were profoundly pronounced in a book. But if nobody read that book, nobody get knowledge about it.
Isn't it taught in school about anti-Semitism?
In Germany right now, it is never we have only 4 hours for that area of time.
Of World War II?
Right. It's 4 hours, maximum 6 hours, finished. The Germans think to let the past rest, not to take it up all the time, so put it under the carpet and we paid for it and everything is good. So we create the next problem, like the Muslims.
So you mentioned Muslims or immigrants, people who are opposed to immigrants. But aren't there legitimate problems that that the immigrants bring to any country, not just Germany?
I think these people need help. So we have to be social and human and help them. So if our country would be on the same level, so what did the Germans do without the Americans, without the British after the Second World War? Like when Berlin was surrounded by the Russians, and the Russians said, "Okay, let the people in Berlin die, in starvation," and the Americans fly in and fly out with food and everything. So how can we mess up in such a way and say, "Okay, these are migrants, we don't want to have them in"? These are also human beings, and they have also rights to live.
What about the anti-Semitism that they bring with them from the Islamic culture? Do you confront that at all?
I think it is not anti-Semitism what they bring with him. No, I think it's a lot of fear. In a country where people get killed in such a way, like ISIS, and we saw it many times, what they do in front of the camera and they cut their throat. How crazy is that?
Well, but you have many Turkish immigrants and Moroccan immigrants who are not real war refugees.
Yeah, but that is not the fear for anti-Semitism. That's more in the way of racism, which came in, that I said, but these people, and it's a very, very small population of these people, but the government figured them out and they go back, and that's okay. I have no problem with it. If someone is on that way that he blames others or hurt others, he has to go back in his country. That's why they smash him out. I think he creates the same problem. But to put it on top and say all Muslims are terrorists, or all Jews are only while they're rich and this, how stupid is it? It is the same way how we act.
Yeah, but it's also unfair to deny the anti-Semitism that's inherent in Muslim culture and that's being taught today by the extremist and fundamentalist movements, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. But I think these people, refugees, will come and need help. We should give them help, and that's a fact. And I never was a religion person in my life. I never was a politician in my life. I do what I think it's right. I have to stand up for it. And it's my opinion and my choice to do it.
Right.
So people have to accept it. When, in that way, Muslims, not all Muslims are terrorists.
No, of course not.